All right.
Welcome to the Harmony and Strength Show, where our goal is to promote health and well-being in the various areas of life, and to educate and empower you with holistic information for optimum living. I am Simbi.
And I'm Eileen. Together,
We are Harmony and Strength. Well, as we begin, we want to invite you to like our Facebook page at Harmony and Strength, and make sure you visit our website, www.qualityheartbeats.com, to partake in some of our offerings for your optimal enjoyment of life. Now, first we want to share with you our ad that we have here for Sweet and Tight. It's a wonderful product, so sit tight.
Come, experience the wonder of Sweet and Tight. We follow nature's way by going deep at the cellular level to pull toxins out of your body, leaving you fresh as spring. A freshness carries the hypnotic fragrance of pheromones, producing a sweet surrender. When used regularly, this special blend of fruit extracts will allow you and your partner to enjoy the continued sweetness of your feminine nectar. Order now at www.qualityheartbeats.com.
Awesome. So tonight we have a special guest, and her name is Sierra Torres. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, you did. It's just Goddess Sierra, though.
Would you say you say Goddess Sierra?
Goddess Sierra, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome, Goddess.
Thank you.
Goddess Sierra is a certified Dakini. She is an empathetic clairvoyant healer, a Reiki master, and a Tantrica. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Tantrica.
Tantrica.
Mm-hmm.
Goddess Sierra is a dedicated master teacher who desires the inhabitants of this planet walk in complete and total healing. When Goddess Sierra isn't coaching sexual wellness or practicing the healing arts, she enjoys meditation, dance, education, or educating, and of course, sacred energy exchange.
That's right.
Wow,
That's it.
sound like we have a goddess superhero with us tonight.
Yes, glad to be in the presence of a goddess.
Thank you so much, Brother Halim. I am absolutely thrilled to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for inviting me.
So, Sierra, first, could you... One second, Halim. Sierra, first, we want you to... What'd you say, bro? All right, Sierra. Okay. First, we want you to share with everyone your contact information. How can we contact you if we want your services?
You can reach me on social media, of course, at Sierra Torres on Facebook, SIERRATORRES, and you should see my lovely face. If you do not see my face, because there are many Puerto Ricans with that name, then you can type in Sierra Torres, U.S. Army, and then you will see only my face. And you can friend me there, or you can message me. Also, you can call me at 254-466-3965. This is a business line. I do not accept marriage proposals over this line, so we can stop doing that. That happens probably about 4 times a day.
So what's the marriage proposal line? You going to share that with us?
I don't have one, and so and so they keep using my business line for that. And of course, it's everyone who's not in the United States. The Philippines seem to love me, and so they're just amazing. But no, I don't want another civil union with you guys. So thank you. And then also, my website is sierratorres.com, or my show, which is Grown Folks Business. /Goddess Sierra, I believe, on Facebook. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. That's exciting.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, it says you are a certified Dakini. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, you did. Absolutely.
What does that mean,
A,
Dakini?
a Dakini is actually the highest level Tantrica that there is.
Mm.
It is actually a calling from the heavenly. So there are many women that are out here calling themselves Dakinis. However, they're just disguised prostitutes. So we must be very
Mm.
mindful of what we're getting into. When you see this word on Craigslist, it is not a Dakini. We're not available there. And so that's a nice way that sex workers have started calling themselves. However, the term Dakini means sky dancer. So I am a very gifted clairvoyant. I am also an empathic healer, which means that I can receive messages from heaven concerning specific ailments within the body, specific ailments within the mind, specific ailments within the spirit and the soul, the logos body, etc. And so I go through all 7 bodies, whereas in Reiki, you normally go just through the 3 bodies.
Mhm.
As a Dakini, I go through all 7. And so what I try to get people to understand is that when you are physically sick with an ailment, it has had to pass through 7 bodies in order to get to your physical body. That makes you quite sick, very ill. And so I go
Wow.
back through the multiverse and heal those bodies.
Really?
Yes.
That's
It's
deep.
a very powerful position. It is Sanskrit for sky dancer, which means we entreat the heavenlies.
Wow. That's deep. So 7 bodies in order before it manifests.
Before it manifests in the physical, it's had to go through the auric, through the logos body, through the mental body, through the spiritual body, it's through the auric body. It's had to get through all those bodies before it reached the physical manifestation of the flesh.
Wow. So
Yeah.
you can, I mean, you actually guide people through that healing, or you actually tap into their different layers of bodies, or
Exactly. The thing is this, we are all natural healers. Our body is an amazing machine that knows exactly what's necessary for us. However, that co-creative mind is very powerful. That mind that is laced with all of those beautiful endorphins that we use improperly has the ability to co-create our fears. And so when we have our fears, as they get through our auric field and through our mental body and all of that, it reaches our physical body based upon the endorphins and the adrenals and things that we're using within our body to co-create. And so what I do is, because I'm very grounded and centered, I stand as a facilitator to guide the person into their own healing energy. Many people use the word healer, but I like to say that I'm a facilitator of healing energy, because we all have the natural ability to heal ourselves.
that's beautiful. So are you able to do any like long distance healing?
I actually prefer hands-on because I am also a spiritual bather, and many people don't understand that the transmutive and the transformative power of water. And so as a sky dancer, as a Dakini, I entreat the heavenlies because every person on earth has a prescription. And within that tub, there are special herbs, blends, teas, fruits, many things that go into the bath. At which point, when I place the person in the bath, I immerse them, I purge them with hyssop and other herbs that are written in ancient texts, biblical texts, Kabbalic texts, everything. As I go through all of that, depending on what the prescription is, then I have a clear energy field and I can see the entities, the attachments, the dis-ease, which means lack of comfort. There is no such word as diseases. That's a word that has been combined. Dis-ease, which means uncomforted. And so many of us are uncomforted, and that simply comes from the state of mind. And so once I put a person into the water and the purification process begins, then I'm able to see the chakra system intently, and I can actually go in and see those breaks. Also, it's very, very complex because I also have to see the archetype that is working as well. And so even though a person is presenting one way, you also have to understand and also understand that you're not actually meeting that person. You're meeting the representative, the person that they want you to meet. You're meeting who they are representing to you. And so after we go through the bath, that's when I can get the true identity to come forward. And that's the thing that I began to deal with, the archetype. Because if I have a woman and she presents herself as a goddess, but she's actually a prostitute, then I can't heal the goddess, because the goddess is an image. I must get to the prostitute. And the prostitute spiritually is just a person who does not recognize their worth. And so this is a woman who will do anything to be valued. And so I have to get past the imagery of the goddess and go to the root problem, which is her prostitute or her victim, or, you know, her judge, you know, whatever she's utilizing to go through her daily routine.
That's powerful. Are you on the East Coast?
I'm actually in the center of this multiverse. I'm in Texas.
Dang, I was hoping you was local.
I will actually be in the DC, Maryland, DC, Virginia area in May the 28th through June the 10th. So I do travel a bit. I have a few clients that will fly me out, etc., because they're frightened to come to my home. And so this is very powerful work. It can lead to that Florence Nightingale syndrome, you know, etc. When people get free from things that have tormented them, there are many times when they confuse that with being in love and things like that. And so a lot of them prefer to stay out of my space.
I know what you're talking about. Because, you know, I've had a few goddesses give me a reading over the phone, and I'm emailing them like, "Oh, I love you so much."
Yes, and I do my readings and everything over the phone, but the specific body healings, I prefer to touch the physical naked form. It's very important. I don't really trust people that offer you distance healing. I can do many things, but in order to see the true representation, I need to see the body in its true form. I don't want to give you a Vicodin when I could completely, you know, give you fentanyl. So I want to make sure that I'm giving you the proper prescription. I don't want to give you a teaser when I can give you the whole chaser.
I don't know about you, Helene, but I'm about to check, you know, the next schedule to Texas, you know, to be in the presence.
I'll pick you up.
I mean, she's very, very strong, very strong. She one of the goddesses that really helped me when I was in a state of confusion. Real simplistic and real.
Wonderful.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, King.
Yeah, I don't know what you did to Helene, but my man is wilding out in a good way.
I love Halim. He's a beautiful king. I am so thankful for his spirit and his honoring of the woman and the goddess in the female form in its entirety. It's a very beautiful, chivalrous space.
Yeah, he definitely offers a lot of healing to the group, a lot of powerful insight.
Yes,
you know, to the brothers and the sisters. So it also says that you're an empathic, clairvoyant healer. Could you explain that?
Well, empathic means to have feeling. And so I simply can know something about a person simply by a feel or by a smell. Or when I see people, I don't see normally their features. I see the things that are going on within. So I see their colors, so to speak. And I watch their hues. I pay attention to that. I recognize how their Kundalini energy transmits and things like that. And also clairvoyant, which means that I hear from spirits, of course. I hear from their spirit guides, from their angels, from their intergalacticals. It's quite more a heavenly host than what people would imagine. It's more than Michael and Gabriel. So anyone who's telling you that, that's the bare minimum. That scratches the surface of what's going with us as we have our God or God is or goddess experience here in human form. And so there are a host of people, of beings that teach us how to be. And so I'm able to hear from all of them.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
I can feel your power. I can hear it and I can feel it.
Which is amazing because you actually had quite a few, more than I've seen before, of intergalacticals on
Really?
your behalf. Which is, yes, I normally with people there are normally sometimes one, most of the time zero, but you have three, and so that lets me know that you're heavily into spiritual aspects, probably into the akasha and things like that, really seeking out information, interplanetary information. You're heavily into the cosmos, and so you have brought these intergalacticals into your energy. They haven't always been there, but within the last 2 years they've shown up for you and are really moving through your life in a powerful way, opening up and changing some constructs and ideologies. And that's a very beautiful space, because to see you with three of them, and all three male beings without feminine energy, is very powerful. And so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I'm excited too. I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. Right.
I love it. Oh man.
You done made him feel like a king.
Well, he is a king, and that's the reason why he would be entreating the heavenlies in such a manner. And so very, very beautiful. I love that. I was very comforted when I saw your face when I called you. So very comforted to see the gang with you.
I got surges of energy and chills going through my brain right now.
Awesome. They do a lot of dealing with you too. Have you started yet to astral project?
If I don't, I don't remember. I've been having difficulty.
It's definitely coming. And so they're dealing with you in your super conscious. And so as we know, there are many plateaus of the realm, and we can go all the way up into the seventh heaven, and there's more than that. There's galaxies. And so what I see is a purple galaxy with you, and this is the place where they take you at in your super conscious, meaning when you're asleep, but you're not asleep. You're simply going into the space, the highest realm of your power. This is where they take you at night. And if you're not recalling the energy that's going on, you should start to feel almost like a levitation as you start to fall asleep, as if your body's simply going to come up out of the bed. That whooshing feeling, that kind of waving feeling that goes over the body. And if you haven't experienced that, that's something that you will be experiencing very soon. The ability to recall from memory what they're actually teaching you at night, because you're a very powerful brother, but you do a lot of questioning. And so they need to quiet you in order to deal with you, because you're like 10,000 questions all loomed up and you want all the answers right now. And they need you to understand that in human form, it's too much information at once. And this is the reason why many people suffer with mental illness, is because they want the answers right then and there. And at certain times when other deities are being show up to give the information, it's entirely too powerful. But you serve a great purpose on the planet for enlightenment. And so they're taking you into that enlightenment slowly but surely, steady. And sometimes swift wins a race, but they want you slow and steady. They've built you since your teenage years into the inquisitive energy of knowing. And they're taking you into a whole nother level with that, where your anger and your militantness has ceased. And now you're walking in pure clarity and the beauty of his holiness. You're walking into your holiness.
Dad, you all up in my stuff. You got me excited. Ask a question, Halim. She got me excited over here, man.
I think you lost space and time, man. We supposed to put that commercial one in the middle. But,
yeah. Well, yeah, Halim, talk to us.
To another dimension.
Yeah, I know. Flowing with spirit. I didn't expect this,
Well, that's the thing. As a Dakini, I can't stop it. When it comes, I simply have to deliver the mail. So even though we're talking about sacred sexuality, they're offering you confirmation that you are definitely on the right track. You are in the right space, and it's completely spirit-led. So big ups, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ashe.
You made my night, my week. You made my month. You probably made my whole year with that. Definitely.
Awesome.
I needed that.
Awesome.
Um,
And Halim, I know he's over there oozing with all of his sexual energy. His deliciousness. He is literally a god just dripped in, that powerful Shango energy, that warrior, but that total creme de la creme of amour, of love. And so he just oozes and drips it. He's come out of the, for lack of better words, pimp energy, and he's really manifesting into a true lover of the sacred arts of healing with his lingam, which is a beautiful place. Beautiful place.
I appreciate that. And how many systems together to deal with sacred sexuality, the whole body experience of healing from the biological to the spiritual.
Absolutely.
And that's our product, Sweet and Tight. It's a herbal combination that pulls toxins out of the body. And when those toxins are out of the body just goes and does what it do naturally.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to the yoni just, creates its own pH balance, and the purity is there.
And women must understand that. Women must understand. I'm sorry to cut you off. There's a little delay. Women must understand that there are 4 different types of yonis. And so your specific smell is specific to the type of yoni that you have. But also your diet, the root word of diet is deity, meaning your God. And so what you feed your temple is going to come out in the essence of your aroma. And so that's very beautiful, because many people don't understand that everything that they eat is putting a map, so to speak, to the physiology of the body. And so as for myself, I'm vegan, and I'm a raw vegan. And so all of my food is simply plant-based, and I'm 90% raw and about 10% cooked. I only partake of cooked food when I'm out and I have no choice but to consume, because salad is one of the dirtiest things that you can order from a restaurant. And so women must understand that depending on the type of yoni that you have, it depends on the type of smell that you will ascertain. However, your diet, your deity will change that aroma. So all of these things that we're trying to put down there from the store, they aren't going to work on your pH. It's what you all created there. What was that? It was tight and sweet and tight. Exactly. But we must understand that every woman's yoni is not sweet. There is actually a salty yoni and a bit of a bitter yoni, and a yoni that tastes like honey, and a yoni that's pretty neutral. And so, but the difference is this yoni has pheromones in it that call the proper man to it. And so a man who likes the Shatrini, which is the type of yoni that I possess, the yoni that has all of its faculties in line and taste of honey, a man who prefers the lotus flower, which is salty, that's the yoni that has the little flower petals hanging out of it, but it has a saltier taste. That's also a yoni that likes to be kitty cat rubbed a lot and doesn't like a lot of intercourse, but loves for men to suckle the nectar from it. You must understand that no man will ever complain about your scent, because if you will leave your hair alone, your hair is your antenna that actually stands up and prickles and tells you this is the lingam for you. And so many women are out here disappointed because they don't have their antennas. They've snatched all of the resin off of their yonis, and they're out here bald-headed without direction. And so they don't understand the type of lingam that they need. So they're laying with any lingam and getting their feelings hurt.
Wow. So women shouldn't be shaving their yonis.
No.
Interesting.
The creator hasn't put anything in place that wasn't supposed to be there for purpose.
Right.
And so, of course, it is quite more attractive for a woman to cleanse under her arms if she's wearing a ballroom gown or something like that. But you're not actually walking around with your yoni exposed. And so the hair is there, number one, to protect you, but also to let you know that this is not the lingam for you, or this is the lingam for you. When you don't have that antenna, you just lay down with anyone and you wake up with all type of parasitic energies. And so I tell people, you don't need to worry about STDs as much as you need to worry about STEs, which is sexually transmitted energies. Those are very, very detrimental. And so the yoni is self-cleansing. She's purifying. She's self-wetting. And she is also self-servant in the terms of knowing what is best for her.
Is it healthy to peel a cucumber and massage a lady's yoni with a peeled cucumber?
Is it healthy?
Yeah.
Well, a cucumber is 98% water. The human body is made of water. I'm not certain why anyone would want to insert objects other than a lingam in their sacred space. That's confusing to me, but I could see therapeutic uses. If a woman were swollen, a cucumber would definitely help that. If she had a bit of a rough night, if she had lacerations, a cucumber would help that. But actually inserting a cucumber into the yoni, I wouldn't advise that.
Okay.
I wouldn't know why she would want it, right? People get pretty creative because they don't actually understand the purpose of the sacred energy exchange, which is SEX. People don't know. So they're having recreational sex. Whenever you're doing something for fun, you get all types of crazy with it because you think it's for fun, but that isn't the purpose for the sacred energy exchange.
Well, my experience with the cucumber,
I would say many purposes for everything. There's not just one purpose for anything.
Well, that would be nice. That would be nice to believe. However, we know from the multiverse that there are certain laws in place, and they have that one purpose. That's it. The law of gravity tells us what's up comes down. You see what I'm saying? The law of physics tells us one thing. The law of karma tells us one thing. So there are many things that have one purpose. The sacred space doesn't have another name. The yoni, no matter how many times you recall it a name of vulgarity, it is forever a sacred space. The yoni can only receive pleasure. But when a woman puts her constructs on her yoni, then she can have the belief system that it receives pain, but it does not. That is why even when a woman is raped, she feels... What did he say?
No, he said he sees what you're saying, but I want you to continue that sentence about the rape. You were saying when a woman is raped.
So when a woman is raped, the majority of the time, she's more offended and upset that her yoni worked because she went into orgasm. Most of the time, it's her disbelief that her body beguiled her, that her body deceived her, but her body acted out what it was supposed to. The yoni was created for pleasure. The lingam was created for pleasure. And so at which point, when pleasure arrives, even though it's happening in an emotional, painful space, people get very confused. Why did I orgasm? Why did this happen? It happened because it was created to work that way. You couldn't stop it if you wanted to.
I can understand what you're saying in the sense that it's a sacred entity in itself.
Yeah. Now, we are free because we have a will center right above our kundalini. Of course, we are free to do things that are inappropriate, which is why you have people having sex with animals at this point in time in the multiverse. Highly inappropriate. That is not the purpose of sacred sexuality. It is not the purpose of human beings to go and masturbate an animal and inject that semen into a different animal. All these things are perversion of the laws. And so, yes, because we are free will beings and we are God and goddess beings, we have the power to co-create, and we can do things that serve no well-being purpose on the planet. That's why it's my desire that the planet is restored to well-being, to wellness.
This is a very impactful, powerful conversation. But we want to honor the
Gotta have her
time.
back.
Yeah, we definitely would love to have you back because you have so much to offer.
Thank you.
You know, so much,
Thank
so
you.
much.
I would be more than happy to.
Wonderful. So,
This is a conversation. I told Halim, this is a conversation that could go on for eons. So you really can't cover everything in such a short amount of time, but it is a very beautiful, sacred space of healing. The fastest way to achieve healing is through the lingam and the yoni, but we just have to be mindful of what people possess.
wonderful. So, could you give everyone your contact information again, please?
Certainly. To reach me, you may call me at 254-466-3965. Please be aware that those phone calls come with invoices, so please don't play on my line. The second thing is my website is sierratorres.com, SIERRATORRES, or you can reach me on Facebook at Sierra Torres /US Army or Grown Folks Business on Facebook.
Awesome. Goddess Sierra, thank you for joining us. It's been our honor and
Thank
our
you
pleasure.
so much. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for having me.
And everyone, audience, we want to thank you for watching. Oh, definitely, we're going to have her back. That's a must.
Great.
So we want to thank everyone for watching the Harmony and Strength Show. We know that you've received something beneficial tonight that you can put to good use for your optimum living experience. And we're going to close out again with our commercial ad for Sweet and Tight.
That's the way men like it.
That's right.
Come, experience the wonders of Sweet and Tight. We follow nature's way by going deep at the cellular level to pull toxins out of your body, leaving you fresh as spring. A freshness that carries the hypnotic fragrance of pheromones, producing a sweet surrender. When used regularly, this special blend of fruit extracts will allow you and your partner to enjoy the continued sweetness of your feminine nectar. Order now at www.qualityheartbeats.com.